best blues ever? Well, to get your best blues ever, you need to focus on phrasing. What's phrasing? Phrasing by itself is just a lick, but when you think about a solo, a phrasing functions more as a sentence, and the solo is your paragraph. And if you can get these sentences to be cohesive, you can create a story. And if you can create a story, you have a strong paragraph, which is a strong solo. So let's go ahead and look at exactly how we do that. We're going to flip around to the first person, and let's break this down. So the backing track that I was playing over is a backing track from Quist. I'm going to link that in the notes right now, as well as the description. He is my favorite backing track channel on YouTube, especially with blues music. Go ahead and check all those out. Apply these ideas to those backing tracks and you will improve, I promise. Another cool thing is it's like 17 minutes. So if you just play that twice a day in a week, you're going to be amazed at how much improvement that you make. Let's understand the chords that we're playing over first. It's a quick change blues. So we have one measure of B minor. We're going to follow that up by our quick change of E minor, back to the B minor for 2 measures. So those are our first 4 measures. 5 and 6, E minor 7, E minor 7, 7 and 8, B minor and B minor. And this is going to come in handy when we talk about our phrasing again. Then our turnaround is a G major 7, F sharp major 7, then back to B minor for 2 measures. By knowing our harmony, we can use that in junction with the scale to tell a better story or play better phrasing. The scale that we're going to use is the B minor pentatonic. So let's look at shape 1 of that. To be able to build this, the first thing you want to do is find the root on the E string. B note, 7th fret of the E string. And then we build the B minor pentatonic over shape 1. Step and a half, 7-10. Then just a whole step, 7-9, 7-9, 7-9, 7-10, 7-10. I hit a note wrong in there, oops. It's also a great little alternate picking exercise. Down, up, 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 down, up. Okay, now, this is where this concept of phrasing starts to come into handy. We want to know where our B notes are. We have a B note here. Our next one is our octave. We can find our octave by going down 2 and up 2. So in the 9th fret of the D string, we have another B note. B, B. And also, this is an E string and this is an E string. So we have another B note here. We'll take a look at some other B notes a little later in the lesson, but that's just where they are in shape 1. So we know where our B notes. Now let's find our E notes. To find the E note, it's 1, 2 notes after that in the minor pentatonic. Do, do. 7th fret of the A string, we have one. Do, do, do. There's our next B note. So, do, do. 9th fret of the G string. That's also using that octave trick right there. And then B note. It's not the next note, but there's another E right there on the 12th fret of the E string. And the open E, just because we know it's the string, right? So basically, the first thing to do is to start to outline your 12 bar and just play these root notes over the 12 bar. So that's what we're going to do right now. The 12 bar is going to play, and we're just going to land on the root notes over those chords. So let's start with this B and this B. And you'll see exactly what I mean with the tabs on the screen. So let's go ahead and do that now. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. B note. 2, 3, 4. To the E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going back to the B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Okay, here comes the middle section up to the E. Again. 3, 4, 4. Back to the B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to the G. Going to the F sharp. Boom. 2, 3, 4. To the B and boom. That's all the roots. Nice. So let's see how we can apply this in a more musical way. What we're going to do is we're going to play the 7th fret of the D string on the 1, and then on the 4th beat we're going to play a triplet going up to the E. 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1. And then we're going to work our way right back down to that B. And then over that B, we're just going to go ahead and repeat that lick on the 4th beat. So without the backing track, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3. All right, now let's take that a little step further and let's look at how we're going to navigate the middle 4. We're going to do that same triplet, do, 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 up to the E, do, 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 just like that. And then when we get there, we're going to repeat it. Do, 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 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3. So the phrasing is very basic, but you can hear how it connects with the backing track. Then we have the turnaround, which was G, major 7, F sharp, major 7. We're going to go up there, but we're going to come not from the B. We're going to start at the E, and we're going to go 1 pola, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we're going to navigate that with a triplet from the E note, 4 pola, 1, do, 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 do. We're going to approach it from a half step below. You could bend into it, which would be pretty cool. But we're just going to play into it. 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And we're going to finish on this B note here on our high E string. So the turnaround is going to be from the previous measure, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so these 4 measures would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's put all that together and we have a very, very basic solo that does a good job of outlining the underlying harmony. Okay, so here we go from the top. Okay, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna do the triplets, okay? Bar 12. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3, 4 pola, 1, 2, 3. Going back up to the E. Back down to the B. Stay there, right? 4 pola, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that is, it outlines the solo, it outlines the root notes, and it shows just some easy ways to get between them. That would be your warm-up. Based on that, we're going to start to improvise and build off that. So over the B right now. So I'm highlighting the B. It's going to go to the E. All right, it's back on the B. I'm highlighting the B. Coming up to the turnaround. And I use that based on that little warm-up. So that warm-up is just making it so I know where the notes are and I know how to navigate it and I know what to highlight, all right? Essentially, that's it. That's the core of this lesson. What you want to do is you want to outline, know where those root notes are, then start to improvise and solo with the scale around those root notes depending on what the harmony underneath you is doing. If the harmony's on a B minor, you're kind of revolving around these B notes. When When it goes to E, you're revolving around these E notes. You're not playing the E notes exclusively, but you're highlighting them, you're emphasizing them, and you're heavily featuring them under those notes. Now, of course, the B minor has more notes than just a B note. The B minor has a B note, an F sharp note, and a D note. So you can do these same ideas with those other intervals as well. I can feature this B F sharp if I want over that B, and it's going to sound great. So you would repeat this exercise with each interval. You would start with the roots, and then you'd follow through with the minor thirds, and then you'd follow through with the fifth interval, and then you could take it even a step further with the flat seven. But this is just to get you started. I would highly encourage you to do this next part on your own and do the same thing with these notes. Solo, your best minor blues solo ever. What we want to do is we want to talk about phrasing. Phrasing by itself is essentially just a lick. But when we connect those phrases and we teach them we treat them like a sentence, we connect them and we create a paragraph. The paragraph is our solo and the phrase is each sentence. But understanding how the chords underneath work, we can use that information to make these phrases connect together, to build off each other, to tell a musical story. And that, my friends, is how you do your best minor blues ever.